At this stage, Rao came into close association of Savitri Devi. He married her in the same year. Both of them strived for the development of party throughout their life. At the outbreak of the Second World War in 1939, the British government imposed sanctions on the communist movements. Rao did not deter from such impositions and went underground. Being in exile, he started building strong party cadres in Andhra and Telangana areas. Rao's literary work on party in 1940s brought him laurels. He toured Telangana in 1938-39 during the rule of Nizam and established Communist Party and gave new shape for the movement. When the atrocities and dictatorship of Munagala Paragana Jamindar came into light, Congress Socialist Party Committee was established, and Chandra, as a committee member, toured Telangana extensively. During this period, he met Chiruvuri Lakshmi Narsaya in Khammam and Devulapalli Venkateshwara Rao in Suryapet. He also associated with the active members of Andhra Mahasabha. For those, he conducted a secret political school in Tunikipadu in Krishna district. Having come to know that the police are behind him, he disappeared from the scene and continued conducting school in many villages. Chandra had submitted a report on the Communist Party movement in Telangana area in the Andhra State Committee. From then onwards, Chandra had been representing Telangana movement on behalf of State Committee. In 1940, Rao had conducted political classes in Hyderabad Reddy Hostel and in Usmania University. In 1943, July 8-15, Puchilapalli Sundaraya inaugurated party's third state-level meet in Vijayawada, and Comrade Chandra Rajeshwara was elected as party secretary. Rao continued to be the party secretary from 1943 to 1950, and again during 1956 to 1961. Rao had the distinction of being the only secretary having worked as the secretary for such a long period. Challapalli Jamindar attempted to get rid of the agricultural workers who had been regularly paying the cess and other dues to him. They were cultivating the lands honestly, but the Jamindar could not tolerate them. Then Chandra took the lead and became the leader of those workers. He converted the Challapalli riots movement as anti-Jamindari people's movement and started to combat the situation. He faced the hooliganism of Jamindar when the latter ordered the attacks by hundreds of gundas. Besides the arrests in July 1942, imposition of Section 144 and horse attacks did not deter him. He fought for the justice for the poor.
గ్రామంలో బంజరు భూమి అనేది ఉంది. బంజరు భూమి ఉంటే అది జమీందారు ఇక్కడ ఆక్రమణ చేసుకుంటా నాది అన్నాడు. కానీ నీది కాదు, ఇది లేబర్ది అని ఆయన ఒక ఉద్యమం తీశాడు. తీసిన తర్వాత ఆ ఉద్యమానికి లేబర్ మొత్తం కలిసి వచ్చారు. కలిసి వచ్చి దాన్ని అరకలు పెట్టి దున్నుతున్నారు. ఆ జమీందారు కేసులు పెట్టి బందర్ నుంచి గుర్రాలతో జనాన్ని తీసుకొచ్చాడు. తీసుకొచ్చి ఓ పరారు ఈయన అక్కడే ఉన్నాడు. ఉంటే ఈయన్ని రెక్కలు తీసి వెనక్కి కట్టారు. కట్టి చూసి ఇది కాదు, ఏదో ఇంకా 5 ఎకరాలు ఉంది, ఆ 5 ఎకరాలు కూడా లేబర్ది, మీది కాదు, మీ భూమిని అమ్ముకున్నారు అని అప్పుడు అడ్డం తిరిగి ఇచ్చేసాడు. చేస్తే అప్పుడు అరెస్ట్ చేసి ఈయన్ని తీసుకెళ్ళారు.
Considering that he was instrumental for all these, he was imprisoned along with Challapalli Narayana Rao, Guntur Bapanaya, and a few more coolies for 3 to 6 months. The punishment imposed on Chandra made the Challapalli Jamindar happy, but his happiness did not last longer. Can we stop the sunrise with our palm putting across our eyes? Thus, such arrests and punishments did not cool down the anger and commitment of Chandra. He was against the atrocities on poor and the misdeeds of the rich. The party meeting after this movement gave way to anti-Jamindari struggle. The result? a large-scale movement under the leadership of Chandra for the distribution of lands belonging to Challapalli Sugars. He toured many villages and encouraged the villagers for a combat. His efforts made the agricultural laborers to get about 3,000 acres of lands. During those days, the Telangana movement was well known, even in international circles. Chandra had a key role in this struggle. Andhra documentary of 1949 was a noted feat, and Chandra played an important role in bringing out this documentary. Under the guidelines of this documentary, a guerrilla movement was to be taken up and to be extended to all parts of India on the basis of Telangana open areas. This was also termed as China Mode. The Central Committee had accepted this documentary in 1950. At this stage, Chandra took up the responsibilities of Central Committee as its secretary. But Chandra found that it was not correct to follow the China Mode. He was the first to make this observation. As a result, Chandra joined hands with many comrades like Dange, Ajay Kumar Ghosh, and Machineni Basava Punnaya, and made a secret visit to Moscow and held discussion with Stalin on armed movement.